heard the expression active couch potato? We live in a world now where there's a lot of people that exercise for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, even an hour every day. But the rest of the time, the rest of their life, they're either sitting in a chair in their office, they're sitting on the couch, they're sitting at the dining room table, they're sitting in a car, they're sitting on a bus, they're sitting on a plane, sit. And it seems that our life has become shit because we sit down too much. So how do you avoid being a couch potato altogether? And sadly, 9 out of 10 people in the world don't have an exercise program that's keeping them healthy, fit and strong for the rest of their lives, even if they are exercising. But most people don't exercise at all. Have you got people in your life that don't do anything? And of course, there's a lot of people in the world that just don't exercise at all. So we've got a world that's fat, sick, weak and diseased, miserable and depressed. But if you are choosing to exercise, then there's some things that you want to get from your exercise program, isn't there? You want to be healthy, fit and strong, of course. Surely, a stack of energy, perform at your best, love what you see in the mirror, love the way your body feels to touch. You want to get the results that you need from your exercise program. And there's a lot of people now that share with me, and I've been an exercise professional all of my life, but there's a lot of people that share with me, I'm exercising, but I'm not getting the result that I want. I'm still fat, or I still have no energy, or I still don't fit into my clothes, or I still don't have the amount of body fat percentage or muscle that I want to have, which means, of course, that your exercise program isn't working for you. So if you are moving and not getting a result, could it be a good idea to have a look at what you're doing for the other 23 hours of the day or 23 and a half hours of the day? How much sitting do you do? How much eating do you do? How much inactivity is in your life versus activity? So I'm in my gym, but this is also my office, and there's no excuses. I'm just moving all the time. I don't sit down ever. I have two positions, lie down, go to sleep, or upright position. So my office desk is a standing desk. I have got a punching bag in my office so that if I have a stressful telephone call or a stressful email, or I just need to have a break, and I do that every 15 minutes without fail when I'm in office for many hours at a time. I'm walking on my tread desk, so I'm upright and moving all the time, but every 15 minutes I get up and punch the bag, or I do jump squats, or I skip rope, or I do something to get puffed. And I share that with you because, of course, exercise is not just for your body, it's for your brain. And if you want to think clearly, have great self-esteem and self-confidence, be resilient, be a critical thinker, you have to make your brain work. It doesn't, an active brain that is intelligent and is constantly learning and growing, neurogenesis, growing new brain cells, neuroplasticity, changing your brain cells so that you can go from negative to positive. You can go from pessimistic to optimistic. You can go from I've got a problem to I can overcome the challenge. Those things happen inside your brain, but exercise, being healthy, fit and strong, does all of that for your brain. So if you want to literally, and I share this without fail and I bang on about it every day, but if you want to live your life at 100% maximum effort, for your work, for your play, for your relationships, for your sport, for your hobbies, all the things that you do, surely there's more to it than just 30 minutes of plod jogging through an exercise program, or 45 minutes of doing a class, or going to the gym and doing 3 sets of 10. I always ask this question: if you're going to lift something, why do you put a limit on the number? Why not just keep going till you can't do any more? And of course, if you can do more than 10 seconds of anything, because the phosphate system, the energy system where you can put in 100% effort, that only lasts for 10 seconds. So when you get puffed, when you lift heavy, if you go past 10 seconds, then you're putting in less than 100% effort, which of course means you get less than 100% result. So your exercise program doesn't have to take very long. And surely, why have one big meal once a day for half an hour or 45 minutes? Why not have snacks of that gorgeous meal throughout the day so that you're constantly changing your brain, increasing your metabolism, increasing your energy levels? And of course, energy produces more energy, activity produces energy, activity and movement produces more motivation. Everything is about being upright, being moving, putting in an effort rather than sitting on your backside. So as the owner of, for example, as the owner of a college, we used to have classrooms where you'd sit on your backside in air-conditioned air, and what no sunshine, no fresh air. Why would you? You can't learn that way. That's why we have an online program so that you can study outside. You can study while you're training, study while you're gardening, study while you're hiking, study while you're biking. Get outside, get some fresh air, be healthy, fit and strong. I'm in the dark at the moment. This is my office. I'm working at night time. I am very happy though to go outside in the rain, the cold, the dark. I don't care. I just love being outside, and I certainly don't want to sit on my backside, and I certainly don't want to let my brain rot away. So rather than be labelled as an active couch potato, so yes, I exercise, but the rest of my life is I'm an inactive person who is not getting the results that I want from my exercise program. Why not choose to be active in every area of your life? And of course, there are a lot of people who don't do any exercise technically. They don't go to the gym, they don't do cardio, they don't do strength training, but they're healthy, fit, lean and strong. They've got great muscle, they've maintained their muscle all of their life. I live in the South Island of New Zealand where there's farmers who have got ripped abdominals and ripped shoulders and low body fat percentage, and they're healthy, fit and strong, and they look amazing, and they're 60, 70, 80 years of age. They've never been to the gym ever. They just have really active lifestyles. They eat yummy food. They don't have guilt or stress in their life, and they just stay active all of the time. Same as me, they just don't sit down. When do they sit down? They don't. They eat dinner at night time, go to bed, go to sleep, get up and do their awesome day. So if you want to live your life to the max, get off your backside. Live your life to the max off your backside. Woo-hoo-hoo.